your friend Monika. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're watching me for the first time, please subscribe to my channel because I bring to you a painting video every single week and I'm sure you'll learn something interesting from my videos. So now let's talk about this week's painting. So this week we are going to make something related to ocean. You know how much I love ocean, beaches and spending time there, but we cannot do much about it, so I thought why not make a painting and keep it in my room. But you must be thinking, Monika, it's easy for you and it's not easy for us. But hold on, let me tell you that it's super easy and we are going to make this painting in just 15 minutes. So get your canvas ready and let's jump right into the video. Oh, but before we do that, please subscribe to my channel. Now we can. We will start by taking raw sienna, cobalt blue, Prussian blue, some white color and some radiant hue color. Well, let's see. I think we can use yellow ochre color instead of raw sienna, so that would be better. Now let's get started for the painting part. In terms of brushes, we'll be using the flat brushes of bigger size, one palette knife. So this is all you need to get started with the painting. Now let's take some cobalt blue in the palette along with some white, and then we are taking yellow ochre color. We are going to mix all these three colors to make the background of the painting. So the trick is, on the top of it there will be more of a blue and towards the down there will be more of a ochre color. As you can see, it looks more bluish towards the top. Use a brush gently to make the background. You should use a broad brush to make the background always because it's easier and it flows very nicely and you can cover a larger portion of area at a time. As you can see that I'm slowly transitioning to ochre color. So in the middle I have taken some ochre already, and now towards the end I have taken more of this color. There shouldn't be any brush mark while you make the background, so try to blend the colors as smoothly as possible. Since we are using A5 size canvas, it is very quick, and if you will use a larger canvas it will take some time to make the background. But this is for demonstration purpose, so I'm using A5 size canvas. I will put the links of all the materials I'm using in the description so that you can check and buy it for yourself. Now let's get started with the waves. As you can see, I have taken 1/3 of the area to start the wave, and I have tried to make a very nice curve shape for the wave, right? So now let's make the skeleton for the wave. I have taken cobalt blue color to make the first outline of the skeleton. And as you can see that the brush strokes has to be very confident. It's a wave, it doesn't have to be very perfect, so it's up to you to decide the shape of the wave. So in general I have taken this shape. Now we'll fill in the waves a little more. So the idea is to make the downward portion more darker because the sunlight won't hit that area much in comparison to the front area. So that's what we'll keep in mind while coloring. First I'm just filling in everything with the shade of cobalt blue. It doesn't have to be perfectly colored. Since it's a wave, it will have several color pattern inside the wave. And as you can see, I'm making the downward portion a little darker. Now you have to be very careful with the brush strokes. Do not make everything blue. Now what we'll do, that we'll take some Prussian blue, the color, and we'll make certain part of the wave a little darker. So as I mentioned that we'll be using the downward portion little darker, we'll be using Prussian blue to do that. As you can see, it mixes very well with the cobalt blue, so it looks like a shade of blue getting darker. So the next thing that you have to do is just merge the blue color very nicely and make a nice pattern with the Prussian blue and the cobalt blue. As you can see, it's already cobalt blue in certain area, and we are trying to put in more of a Prussian blue to make it a wave like feel, making the upper portion a little broader to give it a gigantic wave like feeling. As you can see, it's getting merged very nicely. So we have two shades of blue already in the waves. Now we'll add some white color into the wave to show the reflection of light. So the upper portion of the wave will have more white because the sunlight will get reflected from that area. So we'll be using a lot of white color in that portion. As you can see, we are mixing white here and there, and you can see how the light is getting reflected from the wave now. Next, we will be using Radiant Hue color. We don't need a large quantity of it. We'll just use a little bit of Radiant Hue here and there. So it will give us a nice greenish sort of texture to the wave. As I said that it will be the mixture of various colors. Just put a little bit of Radiant Hue everywhere. So far it looks easy, right guys? It looks very doable, and once this part is done, now it's time to add in some white to create more dimension into the wave. So I'm using palette knife to put in white. You can use a brush also, it doesn't matter. I'm just a little more comfortable with the palette knife, so I'm using it to put in white inside the wave. Now we have one layer of wave ready. I'm just making a little more curve in the wave. It's time to add in splash, because that's the most important part of the wave. Unless you have a splash of water, it doesn't look like a wave coming. So we would make a huge proportion of splash into the wave. So just have to take in white color and dab all over the wave. So it is at the corner, I'm adding in the middle. You don't have to follow the exact same places, just use your imagination. As you can see, I'm dabbing a little more white here. The most important part of the splash will be at the upper part of the wave. So now I'm doing that portion, and it's really fun, taking white color directly and dabbing it. Now you'll start getting a feel of wave more and more once you'll start doing that. We'll dab some more. Just have to be a little patient and use white to dab it, but I think it will be fun. And also, since our canvas is very small, it's A5 size canvas, so it will not take much time to make the painting. Now it's time to create some splash using the brush and the water. I'm dipping the brush into the water, and then I'm using my fingers to sprinkle water on the painting. I have removed my specs because it will get dirty. So you can use the same, you can use a toothbrush also to create this effect, but I think I can manage this using brush itself, so I'm doing that. Also, if you want to give direction to where the splatter goes, you can cover the area where you do not want it to go. like I'm doing this. I have taken a tissue paper and covered the portion where I do not want the droplets to fall. This is actually fun, although your hand will get dirty. And now I'm using a little more white to make the splatter more lifelike. We are almost done with the painting, guys. Oh, I dropped a few white there. I'm just removing it using my hands. And then I'm making a white little more visible and adding more white there. So this is actually fun to make. Now it's time to add some final touches to the painting. I'm using Prussian blue and the cobalt blue mixture, and I'm making the certain part of the waves more darker, and I think I need a little darker area beneath the splash, so I will also do that. As you can see, I've taken Prussian blue and I'm just making the shadow beneath the splash so that it look more lifelike. And I'm also using Prussian blue to give it more depth. So it's up to you guys. If you think the painting is ready for you, you can just leave it there, but I just love giving some final touches to my painting, so I do that. But you can stop wherever you feel like you are done with the painting. Creating more splash towards the corner. And these are all final touches, just making it more curve. So guys, overall we are done with the painting, and we'll just add final touches here and there. A little more Prussian blue I'm adding towards the upper portion of the wave. I think I want a little more splatter, so I'm doing that. Just dipping the brush into the paint and using it vertically to create the splatter. Are you already feeling the waves? Because I definitely am. And more green towards the upper portion of the wave. So as I said, the upper portion has to be lighter than the lower portion. That's what we are doing here. Just a little bit of Prussian blue here and there. So guys, we are almost done with the painting. Just adding final touches of Prussian blue here and there. As you can see, so the entire painting was very easy to make, and you can easily make it for yourself. It just took less than 15 minutes. So guys, thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it and learned something interesting from it. This is how the final painting looks like. Okay. So this is it for this week, guys. Please write in the comment section how you like this painting, and we'll meet next week again. Bye bye.